Sam, I've noticed that sometimes when we have these chats that you often have a highly decorated room in some weird little figurines that, I just thought you might want to sort of explain to me, like, what is going on there, because...
you want me to talk about GUNPLA?
I want you to talk about GUNPLA.
Are you opening this worm?
Yes, please do.
You want me to talk about GUNPLA? Then let's talk about some GUNPLA. Okay, so before we get into anything else, this is one of my passions. I love giant robots. You know this about me, Will.
Yep.
If there's a giant robot in an anime, in a show, whether it be Pacific Rim, in a supermarket, and you know what? Living here in Japan, sometimes there are giant robots here in the supermarkets.
Yeah.
I love them. And what's so amazing about Gundam, in the sense, as a franchise, is that they basically survive off of selling plastic model kits so that you can build your favourite giant robot. This has been the case ever since the show first came out in 1979. The stipulation for the show was, show me as many different robot designs as you can, and then you can tell your story about... Absolutely.
So is it an advert for the toy? Is that what you're telling me? It's the whole show is just an advert to sell more toys?
Okay, have you heard of critically acclaimed Transformers?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Fun fact, that was an anime to begin with, and the entire point of Transformers is that it is to sell model kits, or
I think I
not even for Transformers.
It's just the toys.
Model kits. It's the toys,
and it worked. I had them. I had Transformers toys.
Absolutely, worked for me. As a grown adult man, I am still buying into GUNPLA. I've built 2 separate models this week alone.
Oh my god!
Just a whim. Like I love it. It's really satisfying as well. I think for the UK and maybe America, model building is seen as quite a niche thing. It's seen as quite a military otaku niche. Like,
right, yeah.
Oh, I'll get like I think growing up, surely you had the snap kit models of like a Spitfire or something.
Yeah. Of course, everyone's granddad bought them those for their birthday and Christmas. Like that was like the go-to thing. It's because
that was the gift. That was the gift.
It's because they had fond memories of the war. That's what it was, and they just had to get you.
Fond memories of the war that they didn't participate in.
Yeah. Hey, speak for yourself.
Outing our ages, I'm immediately.
I've got a beard, dude.
But yeah,
go on, carry on.
You got the beard, you got the facial hair. You're running it. I get it.
So model kits, right? This is our equivalent.
So model kits.
This is our.
Yeah. So in the modern day, now that kind of military chic, as it were, is kind of a bit more frowned upon and less embraced by like a wide population. The solution is, well, what about fictional giant war machines? Of course. So we have these GUNPLA.
The logical next step.
The logical next step for a lot of stuff. I've actually got a box here of one that I'm about to build. I'll show you.
Good.
And so I can show you and show the viewers at home and the listeners what this is all about. So this is GUNPLA.
Okay, so it's a big robot.
This is the new Gundam. It is a big robot. Look,
right,
look how big he is.
Look
how
roboty
website
I'm going to find out. I'm going to find that and find out how much it costs in UK pounds.
It's not that expensive. Honestly, most kits sit between 1,000 to 2,000 yen in terms of sales. So in British money, that's about £6 to £12.
Is this the Gundam? Sorry, I'm going off memory because I can't see it anymore. Is this the Gundam RX-93 V2 High V?
No, it's not the High V. And in V, it's new. So it's the High New Gundam.
Oh no, that's what it says. That's what it says.
I have.
It says High New in brackets, but it's High V.
Yeah, High New. So this symbol here means new because you got to make it complicated and sound cool.
Oh right, okay. So on the UK website, it says both. It says High V brackets High New.
High V, High New. Yeah. Okay. So the V means new. Okay. So basically,
it doesn't mean 5.
You get the robot.
Sorry.
It could mean 5, but it doesn't mean 5.
Okay.
So
you get the robot.
You have your robot from your favorite Gundam TV show, whether that's Universal Century, from Gundam Wing, Gundam Seed, whatever.
Is this your favorite robot?
It then comes out.
I'm going to just keep throwing questions at you and interrupting you.
You're going to keep, and that's fine, and I will keep responding to them.
No, I can just see the frustration. Otherwise,
what if I just leave it?
Just let me talk about Gundam. Let me
It's
say what I
Gundam
want to
time. This is my special interest. Like, and you're throwing me off.
Does it have flashing lights? Like, does it come with batteries?
It doesn't. Well, it depends. Like, if you are big into the Gunpla scene, there is a big world championship and regional championships where you show off your models that you build, and some people will decide to
competition
put
style?
LED lights into it. Yeah, so it's like you submit your
But it's a
Gunpla,
kit
like whether it is just
that you
well,
bought
it's
from
a
them.
kit, but then there's customizable aspects to it.
Oh,
So if you want to customize your Gunpla, there's like spray paints, and some people build dioramas. They recreate scenes
cool.
from the anime. They make it look like it is a cell shaded version of the robot.
what's
And they
cell
build
shaded
it.
mean?
And cell shaded being like oh god. It's an animation style that makes it look like it is very cartoony. So it's like lots of bright primary colors, thick outlines, kind of like early doors. Like if you think Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, that is cell shading, like that style. So all of that comes from this, and for audio only listeners, this is probably not so great, but it is plastic on runners.
Yeah,
and
it's a model
what
kit.
you do is you cut it all out.
It's all different colours.
It's a kit. It's
Why is it all different
all
colours?
different colours.
Aren't you supposed to paint it?
No, so this is the joy of Gunpla, and this is what I really
have to
like
paint
about it, is that you don't have to buy paints, you don't have to buy pens, like everything comes as is, and you can build a good-looking figure, good-looking model, without having to get into painting and more fine details. Like if you get into Warhammer, a lot of that is painting the miniatures, making them look.
They've got a Warhammer
really
shop in the city. It's like mental, a whole shop just for Warhammer. Like, okay, cool. You
Yeah,
got a
like
lot of
it is a
business.
huge industry for Warhammer, and
Especially in today's market.
that
With,
is
like shop, like people can't afford to keep shops open now, and it's like Warhammer's doing fine. Sure, great.
you know, people are turning up every week and buying more miniatures.
Yeah,
But with Gunpla, you kind of the barrier to entry is reduced so much because you don't have to paint it. All the plastic is there in the right colors. There are stickers for the decals. Everything is part of the kit that you're spending absolute pittance on. Like it's not an expensive hobby to get into.
How is the job at Gunpla going at the minute? You know, how is the job in advertising for Gunpla?
And advertisers go, but honestly, Gunpla, Bandai, if you want to sponsor me to talk about Gunpla, like I will do that.
Free.
I'll gladly do that. I'm doing it already.
Yeah, just give him a few extra models, he'll be fine.
Yeah, honestly, just send me the latest kit. I'm there.
So how much did
But
that kit
this
in particular cost you? Because I want to compare prices to UK.
So this kit cost me it should be on the box actually. Let me have a look. This cost me 2,750 yen,
Which is
which in UK money, as I ask my Google machine, what did I say? 2,750 yen in pounds. That is £17. So for less than 20 quid, you are getting something that, and this is another thing that's really good about this
25
as a
quid on the UK side, just saying. But,
Nice. So, well, the markup you've got to. So, oh my god, like the tangents.
Yep.
I can see before me, the paths before me. So, first thing, cost wise, all Gunpla are made in Japan at what are called the Gundam bases. The Gundam bases in Yokohama and the Gundam base
Sounds
in
cool as
Tokyo
hell.
in Odaiba.
it's a Gundam base.
It is rad. And they have the life-size statues there. So I've talked to you before about how I've been to see the unicorn statue and the Yokohama moving Gundam.
Yeah.
Incredible experiences to just go and see the sheer scale of these big models. And all of the kits are made in these locations. So to then sell
Inside
them
the Gundam
worldwide,
itself.
you have to import them.
It's just a lot of people just working away.
I just want to pilot a Gundam. That's all I want to do. So that's the first thing. So they're made in Japan, and that's why when you buy them in the UK or you buy them at local hobby shops, they are usually a little bit more expensive if you're not in the country, because they have to be exported and there's like shipping costs and all that kind of thing. But you said £22, £25?
Yeah, £25.
That's still decent. And if you think about the time invested into making these models, these take between...
They don't look that complicated, to be fair.
They're really not. And the instructions are great. Like, if I dig out... the the instruction kit, like everything, you don't have to speak Japanese. Everything is literally like pictograms, diagrams. It tells you exactly what to do and like the way round all the pieces should be. It's idiot proof, and this will last you maybe 3 to 5 hours depending on how like into it you are.
Yeah.
And what I find is it's just really relaxing.
Do they do speed building?
Yeah.
Where it's like, here's your Gundam.
Oh yeah,
go.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, well, there's
Do they stream it and
at
have,
the
like,
Gundam bases,
big over the top commentators going, oh, I don't know. But yeah,
he's broken up 5 pieces at the same time. He's built 2 legs. He's simultaneously building it.
He's starting with the head. What a bizarre strategy. Let's see if it pays off for him, Con.
Oh my god, we're here today at the 2023 GUNPLA speed building competition, and what's this? He's dual building! He's building a Zaku and a Gundam at the same time! I've never seen such dexterous moves with a hand before.
Honestly, you've convinced me. How is there not an anime of this already? Like, it just makes perfect sense.
Well, funnily enough, there is.
Not of speed building. We just made up a sport. And
not
there's
of
already
speed
an
building,
anime.
but... So, because GUNPLA is so popular and has become such a big thing, especially with international audiences over the past couple of years, especially with the pandemic, like people staying at home, needing something to do to fill the days, they have released what's called Gundam Build Fighters. And this is an anime based around people who build GUNPLA based... So it's super meta. They build the GUNPLA in the show based on the anime that exists within the show, and then they fight with their GUNPLA. So they scan the GUNPLA, and the GUNPLA fight.
Sort of like action figure style, like pew 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 pew.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like they get damaged, and it's like, no, I've lost. It's like it's full on like sports anime shonen. Like, but it's GUNPLA, and it is amazing. It's like one of the best reviewed Gundam shows of all time. Like, Gundam is very much war is tragedy and terrible.
Yeah.
And then this turned up in like 2015, and it was like, but what if we fought with our plastic action figures and made the best show ever?
Okay. Yeah.
It's just perfect. So yeah,
GUNPLA, strange place,
is amazing, and it's addictive. The issue that I want to kind of cycle back to that started this whole conversation with the many figures that are on my shelf is for all the figures that are on my shelf. Yes, I was about to like reach. I can see from where I'm sitting. I can see the scalpel that I use to like stuff and I have the God Hand nippers to like get everything off of the runners.
Okay.
Yes.
So sorry.
I'm fully in.
Carry on with your big point. I just wanted to interrupt.
No, of course. Like, interrupting is like the cornerstone of everything that we do here. Yeah, it's addictive, and I find myself, when I go into town and I see a kit that I want, I'll buy it. And so that has resulted in, I now have maybe 7 kits that are just unbuilt, that are just lying there, waiting for me to have like 4 to 5 hours of free time to build them.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's good.
And so a lot of people like to associate GUNPLA builders with crack addicts because we're addicted, we can't stop buying the kits, but we just don't build the kits.
Yeah, I always hear about those crack addicts that buy the crack and just don't smoke it.
And just leave it.
It's a really good comparison.
Just hang on to it.
You know? Yeah. On another note, back to the website. Why is this one £165?
Is it? What grade is it? We didn't even talk about grades. Jesus Christ. So
this is. It doesn't say.
HG?
YOLO Park Movie Edition Shockwave.
Oh. I don't know.
The highly detailed.
Yeah, like the more intricate the models and the more detailed.
It's an actual Transformer then, I guess. It's from the Bumblebee movie.
Yeah.
Um,
So Bandai are very good at making broad kits, and within grades you
Kits
have
of
high
broads.
grade, which is kind of like your
Kits of broads, right?
yeah,
Yeah, just make your own broad. Just in a big river.
as broad as you like. Big river broad.
Sorry. Some of the jokes will land, some of them won't. It's fine. Take your pick.
Yeah, it's all
Carry
good.
on.
No. I thought that had potential. Let's dig into it. Let's keep
not.
going.
Let's move on. So, what you were saying about broad kits? What are these broad kits that you mentioned? Please divulge.
With the grades, you have entry grade, which are like super simple. Like everything is kind of pre-built, but the detail is a lot lower. It's literally like snap off a piece, click it together, boom, there's your model. It doesn't maybe look as good or have as many details from the show, but you can get it done in like an hour. Then you have high grade, which is the kit that I showed you today, the new Gundam. That's more detail, takes a lot more. You have to like individually build the joints and the hands and the armor. Then you've got master grade, which are and the scale changes as well. So like for the high grades, it's 1 to 144. Yeah, so that would be a master grade. So master grade is 1 in 100. More detail. The model kit is bigger and has way more intricate details all over the kit.
So cartoony and plasticky.
And then you've got the real grades, which are like special redesigns that are meant to be like mechanically accurate, and they are back to being 1 to 144 scale, but the detail on them is insane. I've got 2 real grade kits that I'm like getting ready to build, and I don't think I'm ready for them yet. I'm just like, there's too much pressure. If I get it wrong,
did you say 1 to 60?
Ruined. 1 to 60, I think, is... It's not master grade. Perfect grade? I think 1 to 60 is perfect grade.
Yes, that will
and
be...
That is just...
So I was thinking, because it doesn't tell you what it is, but it's got the initials, so this is PG, so that must be perfect grade.
Perfect grade. Yeah.
Okay, cool. This is a PG GN001 Gundam Exia 1 to 60.
Oh, the Exia! I have an Exia. I have a high-grade Exia on my shelf.
It looks very classic.
From Gundam 00.
When I think of Gundam, that's what I sort of envision.
That's what you think.
Is it quite a... Like, is it one of the... quite a big...
Gundam 00 was very popular, especially with women, because it was just like a bunch of really attractive protagonists who piloted Gundams. And the Exia
it's got a little pilot with it.
Yeah, it'll have a little Setsuna that like goes into the cockpit, and you can...
Yeah.
So the thing with that is like you have to then paint the pilot, but yeah. So I have as well. I've got an 86 model kit from
really
that anime, the Spidery mechs, and that came with the Commander from 86, but unpainted. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool, but I have to paint it. I'm like, do I want to buy the paints? So yeah, that is.
I like how the very I like how you can manipulate them a lot. Like you don't have to just. It doesn't. Just
yeah, the posability is incredible. Like I'll send you a picture that you can maybe throw up on this of my most recent 2 builds: the Strike Gundam and the Force Impulse Gundam. And I've got them posed like you then buy stands that you then have to build like model kit wise to then. Like lift them into the air so that you can have them like flying and stuff.
Oh, so it doesn't come with the stand. That's misleading. Give me the stand.
Some of them come with the stand. It depends on what you buy.
Okay.
And again, accessibility wise, super cheap. Get into it. It's a good investment of time, and you get a really cool thing that you can say, "I built that on the wall."
It says a special base is included as well, so I'm assuming it comes.
There you go.
Okay, cool.
You should look into it.
This is 175 quid though. I ain't buying this.
Yeah, maybe just go for a high grade Grandpa Gundam.
It's got like it looks like it's got. I mean, I don't know anything about Gundam, but it looks like it's got the way that you get into the Gundam at the back, like it comes off, and I don't know.
Oh, like a gantry way.
Yeah, like a little capsule at the back that sort of comes out from the main thing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, it looks very cool. I do like building. I have looked at model kits in general. I haven't bought much. My biggest thing is the Lego Technic stuff. So like,
Yeah. Oh, here he goes. He's got it.
this is the Porsche.
Yeah. I remember you building that.
This took ages to build, and it's one of the, I don't know whether this one in particular is, but I was looking at some new models, and they're like, I'm gonna put it over here for now. They're 18 plus in like terms of build difficulty. It's like for adults only, and it's like
Wow.
how is that? Like, surely. I mean,
How
I get
do you
that it's
decide on the
complicated.
difficulty of something to build?
Yeah, it seems a very high standard. Like, you have to be of legal adult age in order to build this. It's like, you can.
Can you drink? You
Can
can
you-
build this car. You have to be drunk to build this.
Yeah.
Get yourself a whiskey, sit down, put on some nice slow music, and start building this Lego car.
Yeah.
You man-child.
Yeah, but it has got like working steering, and the engine sort of like the pistons and stuff all go and stuff. So it is fairly complex. But yeah, no, I think on a sort of like you say, the entry level for this sort of thing, and just this sort of therapeutic. I think model building in general is a really sort of
It's so
underrated
good to just
hobby.
switch your brain off
Yeah.
and just like this week has been quite stressful for me in my personal life, and to be able to just sit down and build something and like doing something with my hands. I'm not just vegging out like scrolling Twitter for 1,000 hours. I'm not just watching stuff. I've got like a
I'm watching
show
stuff
going in the background
and building stuff.
and building. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I think
But yeah,
it is
like
good therapy. Like, I think, doing anything
yeah,
where your hands are busy and you have to concentrate
Practical,
a little
right?
bit. Yeah, practical. I think there's a lot to be said for that. So.
and you just kind of switched off. You're not like connected to stuff, and it
Yeah.
feels good when you finish it, and when you start posing it and you start to like look at what you've created.
Yeah.
There is a real sense of accomplishment there, and so I would highly recommend, even if you're just grabbing an entry level kit, because they have an entry grade that you can like pick up.
Yeah.
Try out some Gunpla. Just find something that looks cool for you, pick it up, give it a go.
My problem is though that I like challenge, and if I see, if are they do they in if
You're
you get
just
like
gonna grab the perfect grade straight off the bat, and then give up because you can't build one of the arms.
Yeah, maybe I'll start off. Maybe I won't do that. I just rate myself though. I rate myself. I reckon I could do it, but well,
You back yourself.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah. So
When I come back in the summer, I'll bring you a really complicated kit, and I'll be like, all right then,
yeah,
show me.
game on. We'll start the speed building championships. Me and you. We'll just be like, bring one for you, bring one for me. We'll sit there. We'll video it.
Same
we'll throw
kit,
it up.
on
It'll
your
be-
marks,
yeah.
get set.
It'll be
go.
and the new phenomenon in the world. Everyone will be on it from then on. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. We're doing it right. Okay, should we move on?
All right, let's move on.
Okay.